What's going on, guys? H-Dub here, and welcome back to another episode of How to Raid. Now today we're going to be talking about masteries, which I feel is a very important part of progressing early in the game. Some people encourage people to spend their first gems opening the gem mine because it does pay you back after a few months of opening it up and maxing it out. But I encourage you to get your masteries on your starter. Use your first 800 gems to get masteries on your starter champion, because that is going to allow you to complete the normal and hard campaign as fast as you can. Normal you shouldn't have a problem completing without masteries, but the hard campaign can be a bit difficult without masteries or max gear or a second champion that can help you to sustain or do more damage. And so I encourage people to get masteries very early, because you will be able to do other things in the game as well that will give you the gems back that you can go and use to upgrade your gem mine later. I, on day 10, already have max masteries on 2 champions, and this is just from completing missions and challenges, as well as completing the normal and hard campaign, as well as some of the brutal campaign. We have already completed the brutal campaign, but I didn't need to complete it to get max masteries on 2 champions. Now, looking at masteries, I'm just going to go over them really quickly for you guys. Let me move the webcam. So masteries allow you to do more damage. They allow you to get more heals, increase your shields. They also allow you to take less damage. They allow you to extend your debuffs. They allow you to place certain buffs on yourself or extend certain buffs on yourself, increase your turn meter, decrease your opponent's turn meter, right? So they do a lot of different things for you, which you should be taking advantage of, because they're gonna help you. You wanna be doing everything possible to increase your ability to complete things in this game, because it gets frustrating not being able to beat something that you wanna beat. You wanna go in, you wanna have fun, and you wanna be able to do things efficiently. So masteries, very important. And if you don't know which masteries to get, I would encourage you to reach out or look on certain websites to see which masteries would be viable for certain champions in specific situations, because different masteries are going to allow you to do different things in certain situations. So as you can see here, I have Kale going down the offense tree and the defense tree only because I want him to counterattack in arena if we do not go first, or if he takes a bit of damage when the opponent actually does take a turn. I would be taking the support tree if I wanted to better his chances at landing that poison debuff and extending that poison, the amount of turns that that poison debuff is on him. But I actually went back and switched to defense just because I wanted to counterattack, and I do want him to take less damage from AoE attacks to give him some more survivability. I won't go into detail about what each mastery does because there are a lot of them, but there's a lot of information out there and builds already. People have uploaded plenty of screenshots about which masteries you should be taking on specific champions in certain situations. So definitely go and look at different champ builds on YouTube, whether you're on Discord. You can go to Ayumi Love, you can go to Hell Hades website, Chosen's website. There are plenty of websites that you can go to look at masteries for champions, but they are very important. If you want to get masteries, you can either purchase them with gems. It's going to cost you 800 gems. All you have to do is click on this plus icon here. It will prompt you to spend 800 gems. So if we go to a champion that has no masteries, we click that plus. Gonna prompt you to get max masteries. You can get 800, or you can go into the dungeons, the Minotaur's Labyrinth here, where you will have the opportunity to run a champion through as many times as it takes to get the amount of scrolls that you need to get the masteries for a certain tier. Now there are tiers of masteries, and each tier is going to cost you a certain amount of scrolls. So T6 masteries, you're going to need the red scrolls, as well as T5. T4 and T3 are going to require you to have green scrolls. T1 and T2 are going to require you to have these brown tannish scrolls here. All right, and each tier is going to cost you a lot of scrolls. It's going to cost you more and more scrolls each time. As you can see, well, they don't even show the number there. The first tier here, T1, only costs 5. T2 costs you 30 for one, another 30 for the second, and another 30 for the third. So you can have 3 masteries on each other tier, right? So depending on which tree, whether you go down offense, defense, or the support tree, you're going to be able to get 3 masteries of your choosing, right? And no one is saying you have to go with any particular mastery, but there are better masteries that you can choose for champions to put you in the best position to do things in this game. But each tier costs more and more scrolls. So you're going to want to go into that Minotaur Labyrinth, Minnow as we call it, and get your scrolls up or purchase them. I like to purchase them. I don't like to spend the gems on energy to run it because it just takes a lot of time, and that's no fun. Running something over and over and over again can get really repetitive. This game does get very repetitive, and you want to keep it, you want to minimize that for yourself as much as possible. So I wait until I have 800 gems to go in and just get the max masteries on the champion. Obviously, if you do not have the champion 6-starred, you cannot get a T6 mastery. So that's tier 6. As you can see down here, I have not been able to get my tier 6 mastery yet because Kale is not 6-starred. But once I 6-star him, I will definitely get that T6 mastery. I'm going to go with War Master or Helm Smasher. Helm Smasher for arena, just so he can be ignoring some defense. A chance to ignore defense is very, very helpful for doing more damage. War Master, though, the proc here that you get from War Master is also very powerful, especially against bosses. But that is all about masteries. If you have any more specific questions about masteries, you can put them in the comments below. Thank you for tuning into the video. Be sure to hit that like button if it helped out and subscribe. I am H-Dub. Until next time, be good and be well.